Buying a home can be stressful and it's often overwhelming. You spend days and for some people weeks packing up your entire life, and then just a few days later, you're unpacking it all. That alone is enough to overwhelm most people physically, mentally, and emotionally. Many of you are leaving the town you were raised in, really the only place you've really ever called home, and you're heading to a new place that you really don't know. This too can be unnerving. The process of moving from one place to another is just chaotic. But if you're organized, the move can go smoothly. So I'm going to simplify the process for you. By the way, if this is your first time seeing me, you'll want to hit the subscribe button below and ring that little bell to stay up to date on the latest real estate tips and trends. In today's video, I'm going to give you a simple checklist of items you need to complete at the time of closing on your home. Really though, most of these items should be done before you actually sign your name like 1,000 times at the title company. Just so you know, I've personally guided more than 400 people through the home buying process, and I've closed on multiple homes for myself. So you can trust that I won't leave anything significant out. My goal is to help you avoid the common mistakes I often see people make when buying a home. So let's get started. Number one, get rid of stuff. Don't be that person who just throws everything into boxes with the intentions of de-junking when you get to the new house. Number one, you don't want to bring all of your old junk with you to the new house. Number two, you could end up with several additional boxes that you didn't need to carry to the new house. Have a yard sale. Take a load to the dump. Post items you don't need to your neighborhood Facebook page or donate them. Moving to a new home is a great opportunity to get rid of some of those old things that you just don't use anymore or need to be replaced anyway. I mean, you don't want to move that old couch or mattress if you're just going to throw them out in the near future. Remember that one man's trash is another man's treasure. So you may be able to really help out someone less fortunate by waving bye-bye to some of those old things. Number two, packing. Filling box after box with everything you've collected since you were a child can be one heck of a task. Sadly, buying all those boxes can cost you a small fortune. So, to save money, think of local businesses or retailers that might just give you some boxes. Walmart gave me more boxes than I could use. You could also ask your neighbors. I'm a huge fan of the Facebook neighborhood pages. I would ask here first. You can also use garbage bags, suitcases, laundry baskets, and things of that nature. Also, people are often in such a hurry to move into their new home that they forget to label the boxes. Go buy yourself one of those fat Sharpies and write on top of each box where you want that particular package to go when you arrive to your new home. When it comes time to unpack, this will save you a lot of time and stress. To take it a step further, take some blank pieces of paper and write things like bedroom 1, bedroom 2, master bedroom, and etc. Then tape these signs to the appropriate locations in the new home so when you arrive, you know where the boxes that you've labeled bedroom 1, bedroom 2, master bedroom, and etc. go. Don't skip this step even if you think you know where the different rooms are, because if you're lucky, a bunch of your neighbors will show up to help you unload the U-Haul, and you're going to want them to know where to take each box. You'll want to do this even if you're using a moving company. I also recommend posting on your neighborhood Facebook page, Instagram, your church, or whatever that you're moving. Give friends and family a date and time so anyone who wants to come help knows exactly where and when to show up. You want to post this information twice. once a few days before you move, and again the night before or the morning of the move. Maybe throw it out there that you'll have pizza for anyone who'd like to come help. Food is a great motivator for some, but it's also an inexpensive way to show your gratitude for those who took time out of their busy lives to come help you. Sorry, I know that step number 2 is getting kind of long, but I've got one more suggestion. Remember to pack one special box that you'll keep with you. This is a box with all the essentials for your survival the first 24 hours. This will be things like toothbrushes, toothpaste, deodorant, and etc. This will also include snacks, pajamas, and a fresh change of clothes. Number 3, set up your utilities. You'll need to look up the different providers in the new location you're moving to and let them know the move-in date. Some of these companies will be backed up, so you'll want to let them know several days in advance. Just to be safe, you may want to let them know more than a week ahead of time. Who are the providers you'll want to look up? Well, you've got your water, your electricity, and gas. I would start by calling the city offices. Usually, they can tell you who to call. Often, the city manages some of these services and things like your recycling and garbage can. Number 4, set up your internet and cable service. Once again, this is something you'll want to schedule before you move in, or you may find yourself driving to a restaurant to watch the big game, or simply missing your favorite shows. Many of us these days work from home, even if it's just a little, and not having an internet connection could be a very bad thing. You could easily spend an hour just researching who the providers are and who's the best deal. With internet and cable providers, you're going to want to schedule their services 2, maybe 3 weeks in advance to ensure your house is on their schedule. Start by calling your current providers. You may be able to just transfer your services to the new house. Number 5, schedule time off work. If possible, take just a few days off. Usually, one weekend isn't long enough to unload all of the boxes and set everything up. The kitchen alone can take an entire day to unpack and organize. You'll also want to be present for many of the deliveries or services you've ordered. Personally, I don't want to leave my beautiful wife alone in a house with a repairman or installers. She's way too valuable to me. Moving into a new home should be magical, and if you're married, it's a great time to be there with your spouse. Now, before I continue, can I ask a quick favor? Will you please give this video a thumbs up? I would appreciate it more than you know, and that thumbs up will help others see that this video is helpful. Thanks. Okay, moving on to number 6. Update your address. This is a big one, and you'll likely miss something, so you'll probably want to write your own personal list. But you'll want to start with the post office and have them forward all of your mail to the new address. But you'll also want to carefully consider all the companies that send you mail on a regular basis. This would be things like credit cards, banks, insurance companies, subscriptions, and etc. The list can be long, but you don't want your personal information in the wrong hands. Number 7, schedule your services. You probably want your new home cleaned professionally between the time where the previous homeowners leave and before you move in. I highly recommend having your home professionally cleaned due to the fact that some people are just dirty. And you can bet your bottom dollar that the previous homeowners did not clean the house to your standards. And if the previous homeowners had pets, you definitely want to add professional carpet cleaning to your list. I won't gross you out with stories, but you don't want your baby crawling around on a floor where someone's dog has peed, right? Other services would include installers and repairs on your home. If possible, give yourself a few days after the previous homeowners move out so you can get all this work done before you move in. Some repairs can be messy, and it would be nice to schedule the cleaners when the work has been completed. If you're wanting to paint an accent wall or the whole house, you'll want to do that as well before you move your furniture into the house. All that stuff will just get in the way and slow you down. Once again, you'll want to schedule all of these services in advance. Number 8, secure your important documents and burn the old ones. First, decide on a safe place to keep your important documents during the move. This could be a secure place at work, a safety deposit box at the bank, or just a place you know they won't get damaged or misplaced during the move. These important documents would be items like your tax returns, social security cards, birth certificates, medical and insurance information, and those sort of things. You're likely to find documents that are no longer needed but have your personal information on them. You don't need to actually burn them, but you should at least shred them. When it comes to documents with your personal information on them, it's always a good idea to get rid of anything that is no longer needed. Less is more. Number 9, take extensive photos of anything with real value. And I'd recommend using your phone because the phones these days put a time and date stamp on the pictures. This is particularly important if you're using a moving company because they'll need to replace anything that they break or damage. I still recommend doing this even if you're not planning on using a moving company because if something important breaks during the move, your insurance company may replace it. You may also consider getting moving insurance if you're really worried or if you're moving things of great value. Number 10, get a lay of the land. Google Maps is awesome for this, but you'll want to spend a little time researching the nearby businesses. This can be anything from the nearest grocery store to schools or the hospital. You may want to find a doctor, pediatrician, hairdresser, or whatever. There are great sites to help you out like Google or Yelp, but I'd recommend joining the Facebook page for the neighborhood you're moving into and asking your future neighbors and friends who they'd recommend. Not only will they give you the honest truth, but you'll also start building relationships with the people you'll soon be calling your neighbors. Well, that's it. Please, if I left anything out, help the community by commenting below. Personally, I would love to hear from you. Other than that, thanks for watching my 100th video dedicated to helping people understand the real estate business. For more great real estate and new home construction videos, please hit the subscribe button below. Also, you can find me on Instagram at Ty the Real Estate Guy. If you found this information helpful, please give me a thumbs up. And if you know someone that's preparing to move, please share this video with them. If you have any questions or comments, I would love to hear from you. Please type your remarks below. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to ring that little bell below. It'll make you feel good.